guys, it's Heather. Welcome back. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather these last few days, hence the big hoodie and feeling very shuttled down, and sorry for myself, but I wanted to tell you a quick walkthrough of a new deck that I got, just for you to have a look at. I probably won't have a massive amount to say on this deck. It will probably be more me just showing you the pictures, but I thought some of you might be interested in seeing it. It's the Mary Mother Oracle by Alana Fairchild with artwork by Shiloh, Sophia, McCloud. I actually got it from the Facebook group Tarot Traders EU or whatever it's called. I bought it from someone on there and it was such an easy buy. I think I transferred the money in the evening. She posted it the next morning and I went and picked it up from the Royal Mail office on Saturday. So it was like a really quick, really easy process. I was quite impressed because it was the first time I'd done it. You can hear them rattling around in the box. So this is the Mary Mother Oracle, as I say. It's a 44 cards and guidebook set, and I'll just read you the back. It says, Mary Mother loves you unconditionally, no matter what your religious or spiritual background. She brings you divine guidance for healing. She holds you within her spiritual protection. She blesses you with miracles of grace. She is calling you to her so that your soul may grow bright and shine its healing light in the world. This moving and powerful deck explores the profoundly healing, protective and soothing energy of Mother Mary. Through this oracle, she brings you her guidance and wisdom and connects you with knowledge of your own spiritual potency and divinity so that you may experience ever greater peace and love on your life journey. Illuminating illustrations capture the true essence of Mother Mary's extraordinary energy, while the comprehensive guidebook offers detailed messages for each card, as well as practical healing processes and affirmations to help you integrate the teachings of the Holy Mother. And then it's just got a few examples of some of the cards on the back there. So as you can see, it's a blue angel, so it comes in a normal sturdy blue angel box. Pretty par for the course with the box. The guidebook is, again, your pretty bog standard Blue Angel guidebook. It has, not including the little bits of bump at the back, it's got 184 pages. The contents, each card is numbered, which makes it really easy to find them in the contents, and they're numbered on the card as well, so which is good because I like to be able to quickly find what I'm looking for. I very rarely use the contents actually. If the pages are numbered, then I normally just flick through and find the number that I want. If the cards are numbered, sorry, not the pages. So then you have your standard introduction from Alana. I really like Alana. I have her Love Your Inner Goddess deck as well, and I really like that. So I'm a big fan of Alana Fairchild's work. You've got a how to use this book and deck with a couple of spreads, just your normal past, present, future. And then you've got a 7-card spread called Descending Dove of Grace layout. And a little bit about how to work with the healing processes, so which will make sense in a minute. But you then go into the card messages. As always, they've got these little thumbnails, the name of the card, and then what feels like a channeled message, but maybe it isn't, from Mother Mary. So Our Lady of the Sacred Hearth says, "You are my child, I am your mother. Your home, through my grace, is always secure. You are never to fear being lost and abandoned. Your home is provided through my grace. You always have a home to return to through my grace. Surrender attachment and fear now, my cherished one. There is no need for it. Do you think that I would forget what you truly need, that I would deny you this? You who have belonged to me through all time and are my child under my care and protection. Let go of all such worries now and pray to me. I will assist you." So I'm guessing that's like a little channeled message from the Mother Mary based on the particular card. You've then got quite a lot for each card. I mean, this one is a page and a half. Well, it's 2.5 pages, sorry. But then at the end, you've got this healing process and affirmation. And this is where you can either record it and play it back to yourself, or you can just read it through and visualize as you read it through. And it's the same for every card. So your pretty bog standard Blue Angel guidebook, all in black and white. Thumbnails are tiny, but I'm not really bothered about the thumbnails because I have the cards, so I don't really mind if the thumbnail is not that big. The cards are, again, pretty standard for Blue Angel stock. They are, I love the name Blue Angel. I love saying it even, it's really weird, but they're pretty solid cards. They do have that like shininess about them again, which isn't always, there you go, see, that kind of glossiness about them, which isn't my favourite. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan, but you know, if the artwork's good and I feel that connection to the cards, then I'm not so bothered. It's something that I can live with. The backs are really lovely, actually. They're so simple and I love them. I just think they're absolutely beautiful. And it's taken me all this time to realise that those lines in the red are actually a rose. So there you go. And then you've obviously got the rose in the centre, but I think the backs are just stunning. I love the really simple backs. The backs are reversible, but there's nothing in the book to suggest why you would ever read these as reversed, so I don't know the choice for that, but there we go. So as I say, I'm just gonna show you all the cards so you can have a good look. I don't really have much more to say about this deck. I am really, really pleased with it. I have had it out and had a look through it, and I'm really happy with the deck. I'm really happy with the images. And the reason I bought this deck in the first place, when it came up, I didn't even have to think about it. I just messaged the person that was selling it and said, oh, I'd really like this deck, please. Even though it was never on my wish list, it was never a deck that I'd paid any attention to, it was never something that I'd really thought about. And I didn't grow up in a Christian household. I have no connection to Catholicism. I have no connection to Mother Mary at all. I've always been interested in Mary Magdalene, and I've read books on Mary Magdalene. I've read all kinds of, is it Dan Bernstein is a really good one that I really enjoyed, and I've read a couple of times. I'm not sure if that's his name, but so I've always been really interested in Mary Magdalene within that story, more so than Mother Mary. She always felt a bit like a background character for me because I didn't have that Christian Catholic connotations with her, I guess. But just lately I have been really delving more deeply into the different archetypes that can be found within the divine feminine, or the different archetypes that can be used to understand and to relate to and to bond with the divine feminine. And it's something that I really want to deep dive into. There's a lot of work I want to do around all the different archetypes and working with people, or you know, either pop culture images or historical images or religious images of women that represent those different archetypes that I've been looking at. And this deck just felt like a really, really good way to connect with the mother archetype of the divine feminine. I mean, you can't get more culturally, within my culture, you can't get a more culturally significant character of the mother archetype than Mother Mary throughout history and throughout time. There are others, of course there are others, but Mother Mary just seemed to be the one that I was drawn to for that particular archetype. Having said that, I don't know what yet this whole journey with the archetypes is going to involve, but it is something that I'm really interested in at the moment. I love this artwork. I really, really like the style of these cards. The borders don't bother me at all, but as I've said before, I'm never really that bothered with borders on oracle cards. I like the diversity in the skin colour, because obviously Mary is often, again within my culture and my society, represented as a white woman, which, let's be frank, is pretty ridiculous, really, if you think about it too much, considering she was Middle Eastern. So I like that there's quite a bit more diversity in this deck, and it recognises that That is just one image of the Mother Mary. I do like this particular style of art as well. I quite like this. I don't know what it's called. I'm not an artist. I'm not an art student. I don't know the first thing about art history. I can't draw for shit. I kind of barely draw a straight line with a ruler. So art is not really my thing. I like what I like. You know, I know what I like and I like what I like, but I don't know what that's called, that style. So if anybody knows what it's called, please feel free to enlighten me in the comments. I would love to know. But I really like it. It's a style that I really, really like and I feel really drawn to. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know that I do my daily draws and that I pick an oracle deck and a tarot deck for the month. Now I have to say, as it stands right now, this isn't a deck that I feel drawn to use in that way. I don't think it's a deck that will ever be my oracle deck of the month for my daily draws. I think it's going to be something that I work with much more personally than that, based on, you know, the archetype stuff that I just explained. I think it's something that's going to be, you know, it's going to be something that I work with at my altar. It's going to be something I work with maybe not so much as an oracle deck in the way that it's designed to be used, but as a connection to Mother Mary and the mother archetype. And it's going to be something that is part of my spiritual practice, personal practice. I think because I don't have a Christian background and I don't have a Catholic background, and my beliefs are actually quite fluid in that, you know, I'm quite, pop culture paganism is a thing that I'm quite comfortable with and I'm quite happy with. You know, my beliefs around magic are quite fluid. My beliefs around deity can be quite fluid. I'm quite comfortable with the idea of having Christian iconography within my practice. It doesn't bother me. It feels like there are certain images within Christianity, there are certain figures within the Christian myth, that, you know, Christian mythology, that would work as well in my practice as figures from other mythologies. So I feel quite comfortable about working with Mother Mary in that respect. I don't feel like I'm taking on something from a culture that, or a myth or a religion that, you know, doesn't fit well with what I practice. I don't feel like that at all. I think there is a place within my practice for Mother Mary, and also, as I've said before, Mary Magdalene, who I'm really, really interested in anyway, and who I'm sure will probably fit one of my archetypes somewhere. So this is the last card. That's the whole deck, all 44 cards. Personally, I think they're stunning. I'm really excited to figure out what I'm going to do with them and how I'm going to incorporate them in my personal practice, because right now it's just like a persistent thought in my head. You need to get these cards, you need to work with these cards, you need to start working more with the divine feminine archetypes. These cards are going to be important in that process. You need to have these cards. It's kind of like that thought process is going on in my mind. So now I have the cards. It's now like figuring out what I want to do with them and why I felt so drawn to having them. So there you go. That's the Mary Mother Oracle. It says protection, miracles and grace of the Holy Mother here, just in case you can't read that. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed having a quick look at the deck. It's not one I've seen massively around the YouTube world, but that may be because I've just never looked for it before. But I do know it's one that Kellyanne Maddox is quite keen on. There's my cat, say hello. And that's, I think, the only place I've ever really seen it mentioned before. But if you have worked with it, I'd love to know how you use it and how you get on with it and how you feel about it. I'd be really interested to hear some other people's stories about this particular deck, so please feel free to leave me a comment. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Take care, lots of love, bye bye.